Ears are all sweaty.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
Welcome to 90 degrees outside. 85, sorry. I can't wait for cooler weather.
I'm over the heat.
Yep, been over it since before it started.
I checked the weather today, and I'm like, come on now.
It was supposed to rain tonight.
Would have been great.
Is that a thing?
No, it's not a thing.
Okay.
I think it's pulling against your...
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Didn't know why that was doing that. Oh. This is how we start every episode. Oh, shoot, wrong one. It's too early.
I didn't want to get that in the.
I'm starting my timer.
Yes.
Okay.
Is he gonna? Who's stopping the recording first?
He's stopping his. I'll kick him. I'm already doing mine like before that, so mine cuts first.
Okay.
And then his cuts.
Give it like 15 seconds.
Give it like a minute.
Okay. That's even better.
Exactly. I know how to edit. I know what it's like to edit.
So
Setting
now
you
you
up
know
for
how we
success.
edit our videos.
That's not that's not a new standard though.
So
Welcome to
Midnight Snack Podcast.
episode 5.
Is it 5?
Yeah, this is
We've
episode
survived.
5.
We've survived 5 episodes.
So far,
My name's Brandon.
I am Adam.
Did you forget your name?
No, you heard your thing squeak. I'm like,
I'm Kevin.
nice to meet you
Of course, now
all.
I can't get to do it anymore.
Of course. No, I don't want PC Mag to show me notifications.
Oh, it's so hot. Do you see this little sweat bead right here in the middle of my chest?
We'll see.
Under my
we'll
man
see
boobs.
the boob sweat by the end of the night. You just made it.
I
You just
know.
made it worse.
I know,
You
look.
just made it. You shouldn't have done that. Now you have the boob sweat. You just instant. It was going to be a gradual thing. But
At least we're not
now.
doing it in 4K, and we got 4K boob sweat.
Well, always zoom into that.
I need to
portion.
lose a few lbs, so I'm good with that.
Yeah, you and me both.
But
Yeah.
and apparently, I learned too this week that I only have 2 shirts. The black one I wore for episode 1 and 3, and then this shirt that I wore for
2
1
5.
or 2 5, 2 5, and I wore a different one on 4 or whatever. Yeah.
I was going to wear the same, not the same red shirt, but a red shirt every week and not tell you guys, but I screwed that up with episode 3.
Right on.
Oh, well.
We would have found out eventually.
Maybe. I don't know.
Been like, man, you looks like the same episode as last week.
Yeah.
Our TikToks look a little goofy because it's like the same shirt. It's like,
Yeah.
is their podcast like 17 hours long?
Yeah.
No, we
Yep.
just wear the same shirts every week.
So how's y'all week?
What?
I said, how's y'all's week?
I think you said, how's y'all week?
How's y'all week?
How's y'all week?
What do you
I'm
mean?
I'm checking to make sure everything's clear and in focus.
So do you have to do that with your eyes, though?
You checking
Well, it's
yourself
weird
out?
though, because like
you have to
it
do
is in
it.
focus for the most part, but then maybe it could just be the display. I'm not unplugging back in. I've adjusted the. Oops.
It's going to be another nightmare editing week.
No, it's not. The content will at least be there. It just won't be sharp. No, I'm just kidding. It's there. We're good.
We had week 2. My camera was blurry-ish.
No, it was blurry, not ish.
I mean, it was usable, but it was blurry.
We were like, did we use it? Did we not use it? That's when we know it's just like on the edge.
That's
Of,
why I said ish. Blurry would be
he
we
did say
wouldn't use
ish.
it. I wouldn't
definitely
use
did
a
say
blurry.
ish.
I wouldn't use a blurry. I would use a blurry-ish.
cool story.
So, what'd you guys do this week?
I worked
you do?
my butt off.
Yeah, me too.
That's all you did? Just
7
working
hours
out?
of OT.
Oof. Sounds like me.
First time doing overtime for Apple. I enjoy the job though. I think it's the
Time
only
and a
saving
half,
grace.
double?
Yes,
Good.
Nice.
time and a half, which is
That's
great.
That's what I'm at.
They take care of their employees for sure, and it's cool because like when we try to like schedule it, we don't have to talk to anybody. We just log in and look at what's available and go, I want it, and then our schedule updates.
I'm like
and
working with DoorDash.
yeah, well, yeah,
Nice.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Checking it.
automatic.
Yeah.
I just sign back in, sign back out, and I'm done.
What'd you do?
I started working maintenance for the company that I currently work for because my feeder that I normally work at is still not back to work yet. And so I did a lot of
Isn't that thing I
fixing
thought I
s-
saw they're going back to 15% capacity, right?
I honestly,
I thought I saw a post.
Yeah,
about
I know. I think they announced something, but I haven't heard my
15%
bosses.
of what you guys. What's your capacity?
516.
Gosh, that'd be like 50, 60,
On the
it'd be
fly
60
math.
people.
Yeah,
Yep.
there we go.
That
Yeah,
would
it's
be,
gonna be
like not even worth it.
Nope.
Yeah, they're still trying to figure
are
out.
movie theaters open up right now though?
Yes, but I don't know.
Are they at a percentage?
Dude,
I
I mean,
sure they are.
everything's at a percentage anyways.
I would not go see a movie right now if you paid me.
I would.
Yeah, I would.
I need a movie. I'm waiting for
Yeah.
Black Widow to come out.
I'm saying like there's not. Again, let me rephrase it. There's not a movie that's worth watching right now.
no.
No, yeah.
But yeah, I'll go watch.
If something like that
Well, I don't
came
even
out
know.
though, I would definitely.
I haven't even paid attention to see what's out.
Yeah. If Black
The-
Widow movie was out, I'd go watch it.
Oh,
When it comes out in November ish.
did you see where you can rent Tinseltown, like the whole room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got to do that at some
For
point.
all three of us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of which, I
On your wallet.
I only saw it on a passing Facebook post, but I saw something about, was it DC ended up announcing
There's a
Rock's
trailer out.
version
Oh.
of
Black Adam.
Black Adam.
Yeah, where did I just seen I think it was on Twitter. But yeah, and then they just released the trailer for
So,
the new Batman movie.
Is that character different than the Adam from?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if there was any
Black Adam
correlation
and then
or-
Adam.
Gotcha,
Adam
gotcha.
Warlock is the Marvel
Right,
character.
right, yeah, that's what I
and
figured. but-
he's all golden.
okay, yeah.
Let's see. So it says The Rock announced himself announced the arrival of Black Adam, saying that this character is set. What?
How did our camera stop recording?
Oh my gosh! Is it recording now?
It's okay. We got the
You
other
good?
one recording.
I didn't
Anyways,
touch it.
saying this character is set to challenge the hierarchy of power in the DC universe. First teaser got the fans excited, especially at the possibility of Justice Society of America coming together.
Nice.
But I don't know anything about DC stuff, so
I don't
Yeah.
either.
I mean,
I
it's
know they got Batman and
it's
Superman. About it.
interesting move on their part.
They need to do something to be able to keep up.
right.
DC's always lacked
Yeah.
in their movies when they tried to start the Justice League.
What they
Justice
make up
League
for
movie,
lack
and
of
then they
depth, it's with
Yeah.
CG, poorly done CG.
Yeah. Well, it's like they tried to hurry up and do the Avengers thing
Yeah.
right away
Yeah.
with Justice League.
We've got to do it. We've got to get them all together now.
gotta
Do
go
Justice
right
League
now.
now.
So,
We can't make it.
I have not the last DC movie I've watched. I guess it's technically DC, but Joker, even though it wasn't in the DC universe. But last one I watched probably one of the Batmans with Christian Bale.
Nice.
Martha.
Yeah.
Hey, what does Batman put in his glass of water? Just ice. So justice.
So dumb.
I know.
Super dumb.
I'll be here all week, ladies and gentlemen.
So this podcast is off to a
So-
great start.
Whoa.
What
What did I
did
do?
we all answer? Yeah.
I
Yeah,
worked
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worked on
Are we lame?
working.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, we're
that's
productive.
What you
That's
do
what
when
you
you're
do.
an adult.
You're lame
Right.
if you
Play-
feed off the system.
Played a couple video games this week. Not very much.
Played some Rocket League with Chewy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got some good Rocket League last night.
Ate some good food.
Yeah.
We had our single most worst moment of Rocket League, I think, in our history. Chewy and I did. It was like our first day playing, and this one the ball was at our goal line for who knows how freaking long, and it was just a cluster of cars flying around, and nobody was hitting it. Just kept sitting there, and I was like, oh my gosh. I think we actually both stopped playing mid game, and I had tears rolling down my face. I was laughing so hard. It was so bad.
Nice.
But Chewy and I both did the esports thing with Rocket League, but we're kind of getting back into just playing. Just didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
So because we get frustrated and want to quit.
Sure.
Even like months ago, but now
Well,
now we're just in it for the fun.
from-
But we
from
want to
what-
get better.
Right. From what I've heard from Tyler and Adam, or no, Tyler and Hunter, that like getting through up until you get to like the champion
Yeah.
area is like horrible
Yeah.
because everyone is so sweaty when they come
Yep.
to play and
As soon as
everything.
you get to like diamond and above,
Yeah.
everybody gets sweaty.
Yeah. So never really tried it, but I mean,
My highest rank threes was diamond 3, div 3.
nice.
So I was close to that champ, but that was the hard part for me when I try to rank in threes is my two teammates are both EU. So there's always ping problems.
Yep.
So I can't ever get too far.
Right.
But those are the two guys that I drive with the most, though.
Yep.
Chewy and I can
Antoine.
Antoine and Chewy and myself. But
Chewy just needs
Chewy's
to come
on the balls.
over
yeah,
and
don't hit the tip. Don't hit the tip.
I wasn't going
I
to.
thought you were gonna hit it.
No, I was gonna say Chewy needs to come over and then just
Trying that for years.
Spend 2 years, or not 2 years, two weeks. Sorry, 2
Wow.
weeks.
Stuck.
Just playing Rocket League with you to where you guys can level up.
Oh, yeah, we could easily, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we get to the point we know each other's play style, which we don't even have to like
Right.
say what we're doing. He can just, I can hit it to him, and he can hit it to me right where we know where
Nice. Gotta love that.
So, since this camera goofed up, do you want to start that one again?
Why?
Yeah. Why?
Because we don't know how long that will last because my timer's set to this one.
Did you reset your timer?
I'll just tell you it like I'll tell you in 10 minutes.
I'll do it.
Oh my goodness. We're in episode 5, everybody. We know what we're doing.
You know, it wouldn't be the podcast if there weren't any technical difficulties, right?
No. You can have a podcast without technical
So
difficulties.
you can, but not ours.
Yeah, not ours, apparently.
We're good, though.
I guess there's a new trailer for Wonder Woman in 1984 too,
Yeah.
which I've not watched yet either.
I've watched,
then we have Robert
like,
Pattinson.
The 30-second one, but
I need to watch the new Batman trailer. I guess he
Yeah.
goes up against the Riddler.
yeah. I was gonna say they haven't done a Batman versus Riddler in a long time,
Long
right?
time,
Since
yeah.
since
The
Jim
old
Carrey's,
one.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Is that George Clooney who was Batman? Somebody or Michael Keaton?
I can't remember.
I don't remember. I remember one of them,
It's
Mr.
all-
Freeze, was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes, I do remember that one.
That one had Robin in it.
Yep. Yeah, that was a throwback.
Ivy, Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Been a while. So, PC Mag has a cool article here on a new brand of gaming peripherals that are coming with Walmart. Walmart's been trying to get into the gaming
Really?
scene. They've had some Razer stuff there. They've had some Logitech stuff, but it's
Isn't
not
this their own brand?
It's just called ONN. So I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah. That's their TV brand they have out, too.
Yeah. You got a what?
They have a TV brand. It's
Oh,
Walmart's
okay.
brand, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're moving into gaming
Yeah.
peripherals.
So they got a
Peripherals.
gaming mechanical
Peripherals.
keyboard. Provides a very different experience from our MacBooks. Yeah, it's going to give you a different. Of course,
Your
You don't
PC is
game-
going to feel a little bit different than your
Your
Mac.
game. You don't game on Macs. I mean, you can, but
You can. We just lost
Only
like a
nerds
third
do.
of our audience right there.
Oh well.
Just kidding. Minecraft.
Tactile. Yeah, that's about it. The only thing you can hold.
Yeah.
Let's
You can play Minecraft on your $40,000 tower that you have
Yeah.
$400 wheels on.
I've played Team Fortress 2.
It's actually more expensive than $400 for the wheels.
Isn't it $400 each?
No. I'll look at the price.
Anyways, the keyboard offers more resistance with each keystroke resounding with a click. It's so funny because they're making it sound like it's something brand new, but
Right.
Razer has the clickiest keyboards of all time. I can't do late Razers.
700.
700 per?
No, for the set.
Okay.
700 per would be nuts. I mean,
Well,
already.
I wouldn't be shocked.
I'm
yeah.
saying that to $700.
$700 for 4 wheels.
All fours makes much more sense.
Just go to
That's
Menards and find yourself a pair
Pack
of
of 20?
casters.
pack of 20 for $20.
Yeah. Said this did make for a satisfying, punchy feeling when playing first-person shooters games. Of course, the keyboard also has more surface area than the default MacBook. Why are they
Why are they
comparing
comparing it to
this
Mac?
with Mac?
How much were they paid to make this comparison?
I don't know.
Because
It's
they're like
maybe is this supposed to?
just sitting there just with two keyboards just
Okay, maybe I should.
So here,
maybe I
the
should have
reality
read
is
the rest of the beginning of the article. See
they
why.
are making peripherals for PC, and they're going to look a lot like their television stuff.
Here has there ever been a better time to game? No. There's always a good time to game. Many of us have found ourselves with the time on our hands and need a little extra. To see how the Commerce Titans tech stack up, we took a few. Is it on? Or just O and N?
It's on.
Onion.
We'll call it on for the podcast.
On. Un. But it's like it also has a period at the end. It's O and N period. That
So it's
period's not
on.
actually- and it's full stop.
On.
full stop.
Products for a weekend to try them for size, with an eye on items most fundamental to gaming. We spent 52 hours gaming with the mechanical keyboard and gaming mouse and gaming headset. Each product is compatible with PC or Mac design, and our staffer used his personal MacBook Air for the weekend. So what do you play, Minecraft?
Yeah.
Why would you?
Roblox.
What a freaking nerd.
Yep.
So yeah, they got a keyboard. I don't know if it says price here. Biggest difference with keyboard contains RGB lighting. Step it back.
Sold.
Gaming mouse.
I want it.
Take my money.
I mean, there's nothing crazy.
I'm going to Walmart after the podcast.
You can get up to what? Mouse moves cleanly with 3200 to 6400 adjustable DPI to customize scrolling speed. It's just up your alley.
No, that's not that's actually not very high for a mouse.
I don't even know if you can go lower though. Has a wraparound LED lighting style of band. But no, I'm not dogging on these. But if people want to get into the whole gaming scene,
Go to Walmart.
and not spend a lot, headset's pretty decent. It doesn't have a actual price yet, so I don't even know if they're fully out. Computer, go away. I don't know if they're fully out yet,
Yeah.
but I need to restart the latest. I need to restart to install the latest updates.
I've usually got all my stuff from Best Buy. I don't know about you guys, but
Where did I buy my peripherals at?
that or Amazon.
Amazon.
Both combined. I think I bought one of my K65 keyboard from Corsair from Best Buy.
Mm-hmm.
It was an impulse buy. It was a 10 keyless, but
Yeah.
now I'm back up to the Corsair K95 Platinum or
They
something.
just have a good selection of all of
yeah,
the
yeah.
biggest brands.
Yeah, Best Buy's good.
But
Do you still have that keyboard that has the missing key or the non-working key?
Yeah, that's the one I'm using, the Platinum. I busted the up arrow.
We should fix
Cap
that at some
off,
point.
I know.
Just got to solder it. It's 3 terminals.
Yeah.
Just
Pull it
gotta
off,
buy the
pop it in.
switches.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to
Yeah,
have it fixed.
my one buddy Corey ended up actually designing or like making his very own keyboards,
Yeah.
and they aren't like RGB or anything like that. But he his favorite thing to do with them is to like refine them and make it to the point that they're not like overly clicky, but
Yeah.
clicky enough to just be
He likes the click.
comfortable.
Huh?
He likes the click.
Who likes to click?
My
Keyboards.
Yeah, my
You
friend.
like click on your keyboards?
I don't mind it, but not like it sounds like a freaking AirPod
Yeah.
click every time you hit it. Like, not quite like that.
With the gaming headset, everything's going to be at a noticeably low price point, which is going to be good for those getting into the PC gaming world. Just don't game on a Mac. Come on now. Just do it
seriously.
right. You already know. We already talked about this episode, whatever. One. We talked about that episode one?
One or
Consoles
two,
and why you
I
should
think.
buy a PC.
Oh yeah, that was definitely episode.
But yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool.
It's hot as balls in here, man.
It
It
is. It is pretty toasty.
And there's no
It
water
is.
around. I
It
forgot
is.
to bring water.
I'm not reminding you every week.
I know. You might have to share your water with me.
Nope. Hey, watch this. Ready?
Uh-oh.
Nope. It's all mine.
Oh, I guess I'm going to die. No, we're good.
Come die of the Rona.
Not from his water.
I was kidding.
This thing's a lifesaver, dude. Expensive, but a lifesaver.
It's a Yeti for you.
$50 for that thing, but whatever.
Worth it?
Worth it, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it'll keep that cold. I put that in there before, put that ice instead. There's still ice in there,
Nice.
and I put that in at like
Noon.
4. No, it'll last that long.
Nice.
Just depends on how warm the water is that you're putting in. Like if it's just out of the faucet.
Yeah.
So what do you got this week?
I struggled this week with articles
Yeah.
Well did.
because it seems like this was a lull week. But I did something is kind of cool that's coming out right now. Is this week there was a massive find in Call of Duty. Call of Duty? Can we talk about Call of Duty again?
Every week, I guess. Call of Duty and NUKE. It's the only articles you bring up.
Whatever.
In fairness, I didn't bring it up. So
Well, so
This is the Call of Duty podcast, sponsored by Apple.
no, so essentially,
What? Go ahead. Spill it out. Let me see the Call of Duty apps. I don't know why I said apps. Whatever. Go. Just
don't hit the table, please.
I ain't done. Go.
So yeah, someone found one of the bunkers in Nuke. So we're gonna
Is
have
it
ourselves.
okay, wait. My only question. Is it usable?
Not right now.
I don't care.
well, there is like a nuke thing, kill streak
Well,
in
they're
multiplayer.
They're
but-
talking about a potential like Fortnite event.
I was going to say, what they're
Right.
doing is like events like Fortnite does where the
Yeah.
map kept changing and adding new stuff.
Yeah,
and
they actually have a website that they've been adding tips to it every day for 10 days. That led up to this nuke reveal, and then now that it's there, they're saying that either some portion of the map will get nuked, or the whole map will get
See,
nuked. You can do one.
that's where Fortnite did it right. Their events. I don't play Fortnite, but I love watching the
Their
events.
blackout event, dude.
I love watching the events when
so
they did
sick.
the mech versus monster thing.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Just watching those.
The Drake. in-game event where they did he did like a song, like a concert.
Drake might have done it. Marshmello did a concert in
Yeah.
the game too.
It's cool though how they pull that off.
And that's live.
Yeah.
Concert was live in game.
Yeah.
Marshmello was
Motrack,
actually
right?
Huh?
It was Motrack during that event.
Yeah. So like it wasn't like just a pre-thing that they made and scripted and all of that. And Marshmello was actually somewhere in a studio recording that concert as it was being played live on all these servers.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Sick.
And like the cool thing with those is it happens at a specific time no matter what, if you're in the game or not.
If you're asleep or not.
Yeah. It happens at whatever time of the day they set these events up at. Yeah. And you just have to make sure you're in a game by that point in time. Mm-hmm. You could be mid-match and not even know what's going to happen. All of a sudden, a freaking mech comes flying out of the ground, and you're like, "Oh, okay, event's happening."
But
I don't feel like Call of Duty would be able to pull that off very well.
No, but they're doing stuff like that.
They're blending in a lot of the storyline from Black Ops, and that's what's coming up. Because they found out, like they've announced that Black Ops is coming out, and they actually released the teaser for the next game, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And if you watch the trailer. Holy crap, does it not feel like today, what we're going through right now, as far as tyrannical government and all the junk that's going down. Oh my goodness.
Is?
You watch it and you're like, are we watching the news right now? Or are we watching, like, it's so close to home, it's insane. And even the end of it talked about, like, it's history repeating itself type stuff, so.
Yeah. That's why that's a phrase. History does repeat itself.
Yep. So that's coming out. There are people that are suspecting that it'll be like a end of August, early September reveal for the game. The teaser kind of hinted at that. And they end their seasons kind of ritualistically every month or every 90 days.
I'm assuming there's going to be just a battle royale then for Cold War and all that stuff now too?
No, there's a story.
Okay. It's just it's a single player only?
It's a reboot of Black Ops, different storyline.
I can't keep track of the thousands of Call of Duty.
You got to split the games though out from Modern Warfare and Black Ops. They're two separate things.
How many Modern Warfares are there?
4. There's 4, I think.
How many Black Ops are there?
4 or 5.
Jeez,
4.
Lasers.
I think 4.
Nah, I'm pretty sure the last one was 3.
It was. This would be the 4th one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
So Cold War.
That I can remember.
But there's other like.
Call of Duty's that I played like the Wii ones. Those are the
because
3 and 5.
So the issue is with Black Ops 1, 2, and 3. Black Ops 4 was released because Black Ops 4 was the multiplayer only one.
Oh, gotcha.
Where they had no campaign or anything. It was just the big battle royale one, which ended up being, oddly enough, nothing like Warzone. Warzone's completely different as far as how it plays out and how it handles.
The current battle royale one. See, I can't keep track.
Yeah, it's
everybody
throws
throws out these titles and I don't know what's one because.
Yeah, it's crazy though, and I'm excited to see what they pull off with Cold War. It's kind of cool.
Well, since you're not going to say it.
I'm cool talking about it.
I want to bring
our boys hit a big milestone this week.
No. Well, no, okay.
I don't know if I really want to be this proud of it.
So we have to give some thanks to our good buddy Calp because he helped.
Calp.
Listen, Calp, he was in the right place at the right time. Okay, he experienced it with us.
Was it the first game you played with him?
Yes. No.
Second.
I mean, first night that we played with him, but no, we ended up getting our very first Call of Duty Warzone win. Thank you.
I carried the team.
Sure.
No, you didn't.
Who had most kills?
Calp. he had the same amount of kills as both me and him combined.
There we go.
That's not true.
Let's put all the cards out on the table. Let's hear it.
He got 11. You got 6. And I got 5.
Because Calp listens to this, and so don't be dogging on him. He listens to this.
Calp, we appreciate your 99 cents a month.
Yeah. But he told him I had to refund the 98 cents back to him because he said he was only going to give us $1 or a cent a month. But I guess he couldn't do that. So
you know what? I'm going to keep the buck. We'll never play Call of Duty again. How's that?
There's your only win.
My only win. And we'll see if it happens. He might have been the missing link to our squad.
Just thinking. Yeah. It's looking like it.
Yeah, it was a great game. We had 22 kills altogether.
He had 11.
He had 11, so he definitely carried us.
Lucky.
But no, I mean we had quite a few good games.
Does he play on PC or console?
He's console.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
That's not helping your guys.
I know.
That's not helping your guys' cause.
Trust me, that's why I didn't want to talk about it today.
Because he told me, he's like, don't bring it up to him, but he's like, I got him their first win. I said, I'm going to bring it up to him.
Oh, man. No, it was good stuff. Like,
we appreciate.
Was that his
Yeah.
only win before though?
no, he's
there we
he's
go.
had. I think he told me it was 42 wins before this. He knows the stuff. He
I have
really
yet.
does.
I had
Good
yet
job,
to,
thank you.
I had yet to taste victory
Yeah.
until his auto
awesome.
assist
This is
controller self walked us into victory.
Awesome. Auto
He's
assist
gonna
isn't
call
that
you
bad.
out on that. He didn't like
Auto
auto.
assist isn't
No,
that
we
bad.
we talked about that night with how like auto assist works on controller for
Yeah.
the game.
It's not that
it's
bad.
not. It's not that
It's
bad.
not a-
If they're in vehicle, it doesn't lock on.
Yeah.
If they're doing certain things, they're in like
It
motion and
only
stuff.
locks on so much though too.
It doesn't
It's
lock
like-
on at all if they're in vehicle.
No, I'm just saying even in general. It's,
It's
not like
it's
it's
pretty
not like
generous.
aimbot.
It's pretty generous if they're running.
Yeah.
But by and large, there's very few instances where it actually will lock onto the person. If they're in mid animation, or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might actually join you.
My butt's hurting.
I need to get some beer too.
So one of the things that me and Calp got to talk about during one of the nights we were playing is you weren't on this night, and so Calp ended up.
Notice that
throwing
you didn't
out-
win that night.
We weren't
Did he play?
trying to. We weren't trying to play BR.
He tried getting me in. I'm like, I just don't do BRs anymore, man.
Yeah, but no. We were talking about like Calp ended up bringing up the question. So he knows that we are all fans of firearms and the fans of the Second Amendment, if you will. And so he ended up bringing up a question that I dived more into, and that is about smart guns. You guys ever?
Smart
Yeah,
guns.
Yeah,
I've
heard
seen some
about
articles
smart
on it
guns?
already.
Just depends on what. There's too many different like ideas of smart guns.
Right.
but-
Well, I didn't realize from one of the articles that I found that smart guns have been around for.
So when you say
like-
smart gun, I want to know what you mean.
So smart,
Define
like
it.
Yeah.
I guess smart guns are type of guns that have the ability to not be able to be used unless it is just the owner being able to.
So safety smart.
Yeah, it's kind of like a safety,
I already have
but-
thoughts, but go ahead.
But it's at the same time it's all done electronically. So it's not just like obviously
Yeah.
if you have a safety on your gun. If you're the only person that knows how to work that safety, then that would
Yeah, I saw an article on
There's
this
your
a while
biggest
ago.
safety,
right.
No, this is your biggest safety. This.
which is
No,
They're,
this.
they're connected. I mean,
connected.
This
It's
is
one
it.
and the same.
This happens first. then
one and the
this,
same.
This happens.
It's one and the same.
Anyways, I've seen an article on this before, and I have my thoughts on it.
yeah.
Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, so it's actually pretty interesting. So it's almost like the government tried to come out with a statement towards gun manufacturers and ask them, hey, like, why aren't you guys working on guns that are more sophisticated and safer?
Not necessarily safe for the person, but safe for the user that owns it. Because
Right.
their issue was, okay, what if you get in a scuffle, someone drops their gun, and they can't use it on you?
Think about it. I mean, in the last maybe 20, 30 years, like there really hasn't been any crazy advancements on guns because they're just as simple as a primer, powder, round, put it in the chamber and fire it. There's
There's been
not
advancements though.
I guess advancements
far
isn't
as,
quite the
like,
right word, but
Trajectory,
Material, how you
speed,
do
material.
stuff and how it's built and
Right.
the-
But like I mainly say like other than maybe like scopes and that kind of stuff, there's not really been a ton of technology advancements
Yeah.
when it comes to putting technology into guns. And so the government themselves had sat there and asked those gun manufacturers that usually sell in the States here, why aren't you working on putting technology in their guns? And it's actually fascinating. Like none of them ended up biting. They're like, well, because we feel that guns are good the way they are,
They are.
which
I say keep tech away from guns.
right. And so, what I guess let me ask, what is it that you see in tech that deters you away from that idea?
That's one more thing to go wrong
Right.
for a user. Even for the user, they say it's for safety of the user, but
I
that's
I
one
think
more
it's-
thing that can mess up.
Well, okay. Let's
It's not
take a
even
step
the mess up
back.
part of it.
I want to tell me the
Let's-
examples that
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
talking
So,
about when it comes to
there
smart guns.
are
What they
there
want.
are multiple different types of guns that have been developed that aren't, I don't think, necessarily sold on like a full on basis or more just prototypes. But there's guns that use a thing like a fingerprint scanner. So this website I got up here
I wouldn't be able to use it.
has right.
Because of
So
work.
So there is they have a picture of, I believe, a 1911, and shows on one of the sides of the stock a tiny little like computer chip. So I mean, you can see it there.
It wouldn't work for me.
Right. And then there's others that will take a ring that's kind of like a fob. So the only way it would fire. Yeah. Now it's interesting.
So what if
some
you
people
lose the fob, or what if you forget the fob? Now you got a paperweight.
Right. There's shotguns like that. There's there's probably a couple others, but those themselves are the two biggest things that have been put out there that some government officials have been wanting to.
Okay, so my opinion
push.
then on those things, for me, fingerprint scanner won't work.
Right.
Because even the fingerprint scanner on my phone doesn't work because I sand a lot with my phone, with my fingers.
Right.
With your phone.
I use my phone to sand. No, so I work at a wood turning business, so I'm using my fingers a lot, and it just doesn't. Look, it's not.
Yeah.
The fingerprint is not working because I've worn down the fingerprints on my finger, and you have to make sure that you get the perfect grip.
Yeah.
Because if you're in a scuffle, then so the Springfield XD has the back grip, like the
rear safety for it.
Yeah.
Like closes on.
But what if you don't
like
get a
1911?
full grip? Because there's times where you don't get I mean,
It's true.
if you get into a tussle with somebody, you don't have the time to make sure sometimes that you've got that hard enough grip.
Right.
1911s are like that. They have that back grip safety.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different where it's built at.
Yeah.
But what if you have fallen down and you try to pick your gun up and you go to, putting thousands and thousands of rounds through my gun and being all the training events that I've done.
Sure.
I just see that's one more thing. The key fob thing,
So my idea of all
less
of
things
this,
to go wrong, the better.
Sure.
And they work right now.
Right.
We don't need the guns to be smarter.
Right.
We need the people to be smarter.
Sure.
Is my opinion. So there's where.
So the one of the things that I usually draw to, and I guess in my opinion it's probably the most extreme case, but there are times where, like, let's say this type of technology got completely spread across to all of the gun manufacturers. I'm sure it wouldn't, but if it got out there just as much as current type of guns are, then something as drastic as like if the country itself were to get hit by something like an EMP,
that's
they
where I
would
was
get
going.
completely.
Electronics, you're
there would be
blowing your guns
paperweights.
down for.
Yeah. That's why current guns they don't have that
guns
problem.
are a mechanical thing.
Right.
They're based on everything mechanical.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Don't add. For me, I like technology, and that's what we talk about here. But that's in one instance where I don't see it actually.
I think it has no business being there. I don't see any valid.
Because if you can't trust yourself, or it's.
I understand what they're shooting for.
Yeah, I get the idea.
I know what they're aiming at, but they're using the wrong thing.
It ain't
to
gonna
get
work
there.
that way.
Yeah.
Especially since what they're doing is they're putting something to put control over the end game, the actual bullet leaving the gun, at such a critical point that is no longer in your control.
So I do offhand shooting.
Yeah, not gonna
You
work.
can't shoot offhand with a
Sure.
You can shoot offhand with a key fob maybe, but
Now I've
what if
seen
you get separated from that key fob, or what
I've
if you
seen
forget
some
it?
that had an embedded in their hand, chip in their hand that they were able to do.
Yeah.
It's kind of like NFC, but it was a little bit different. But it had a genetic marker on it, so that if the cop ever dropped the gun, the perpetrator could not take the gun and use it on them, and it would lock the gun.
One more
up.
thing to go wrong.
But
with
it's
something
one
you don't want to
more
go wrong.
Right.
one more digital to mechanical safety section that could go wrong.
Right.
Start putting some fingerprint scanners on some fire extinguishers type thing,
Well, and
It's a safety
just
device.
along with your point, like in an event where you have to go pull out your gun to go fire it.
I don't want to have to worry about it. It's my finger
Right.
on
Well,
the
and
fingerprint scanner to make
right.
sure it works.
Like I was gonna say,
You don't have time
you
to worry
see
about
how long it takes for your actual phone to either scan your finger or scan your face, whatever it does.
How instant is it going to be?
Right.
Yeah.
And so you put a fingerprint scanner on the side. What does it do mechanically on the inside to actually make the gun not shoot? That's my question. Does the article say that? Like, how does
in depth that I see? It's more of just talking about the the different types
idea and
of
the concept of it.
Well, the concept and the
Because that's going to be more
overall-
bulk to the gun now too. Because
Right.
it has to eventually somehow mechanically put your gun on safe.
Right.
So how
But
does
then-
it
I'm saying it's a
mechanically
digital
do that?
mechanical switch there.
Yeah,
They're also-
it's just something that
They're trying to blend two technologies that
Yeah.
do not blend.
They're also
Yeah.
talking about things like, I'm pretty sure the reference is railguns.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like the magnetic
Oh, yeah.
style. So like for people that don't know what railguns are, instead of using a gunpowder to fire a round in regular conventional guns,
Projectile.
Electromagnet.
it uses an electromagnetic inside the barrel
Those
that
things are dope, though.
that can shoot
Those are so
a
cool.
round at literally the same speed, maybe even faster. You know,
Depending on how much voltage you apply, it can go faster.
that'll shoot it out of the barrel at a very, very killer speed, if not more than some actual guns out there.
Yep.
And so people are also utilizing, saying, well, if you have to have technology inside that to be able to fire that round, then they're trying to sneak in the idea of throwing in smart
No.
technology
Because
into
that gun was designed around the principle of electronics.
Right.
To make it do something
Oh,
like
sure, yeah,
projectiles, project something out the front end of it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Guns were not.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They were designed mechanically
Like it's a mechanical
in
device.
that way, and they're
Right.
trying to blend a digital interface to a mechanical device, and they're trying to make it something that gets.
Yeah.
Well, and then you also
Smarter,
have the
yeah.
other factor too of this literally defeats the entire purpose of having this smart gun, is that you guys know, just because I know you guys have guns and everything, that the price of guns out there
It's
is not
already
cheap.
bad.
Right. I mean, I don't think it's bad that it's as high as it is, because it keeps some people from being able to afford them, but
Oh, it's bad though. 'Cause
but I mean, it is high, yeah. So think about it.
High point.
You have to buy.
just go buy cheap.
I mean, let's be honest. They're just really expensive paperweights. I mean, but
They're nice
They just
targets.
look like they have a big forehead. The top side is so big.
so there's the whole thing of, if you throw that technology into a gun, how much more expensive will it make
A
it?
lot.
It's literally going to defeat the purpose of buying a advanced, smart gun.
Economy.
If they want a smart gun, make a freaking laser rifle.
I want pew pews.
Yep.
I'm just
Star
saying, like,
Wars.
I see it way more applicable in that situation with like a laser rifle or a laser pistol
Yeah.
Yeah.
than trying to blend it into.
We just can't. We don't have a
mechanical
way
device.
to.
Yeah.
Then it's not meant to be.
Yeah. We just don't have a way to actually make a laser short. I did. I saw somebody.
Can they make a railgun pistol?
No. They're still. I've watched a guy who
That
made
is
his homemade
nuts.
railgun,
Yeah.
but you still have
It's
to have
massive.
a long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I saw a video. I'd have to find it again, of somebody who was able to shoot a laser as like a short beam, like you see like in
Huh.
Star Wars.
Oh wow.
I
What, is
forget
it
how
using
they.
like a fog in the room to kind of show it off?
Yeah, I can't remember. I just remember seeing it a long time ago. Not a long time ago, but I remember watching it and going, "Whoa!" Because, yeah, that's the only way. And we don't have lasers to be actually that impactful yet, that are
Yeah.
actually going to do damage
Right.
when it hits. But I mean, you have lasers that do damage, but you have to be on them.
Yeah.
Like the purple lasers and stuff like that. And the
Yeah,
green
so
ones that
here.
you have
IR's
to,
pretty nasty too, though.
Yeah.
Get that in a big, even like a wide beam mass on a group of people, and you're going to screw them up a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, the military's got some. I don't know why they haven't started using it yet, but the anti-riot things, where there's
Yep.
trucks that sit far back and just shoot a heat wave out that you can't feel until it hits you. And it's
Yep.
like super duper duper hot, like standing right next to a bonfire. It's ginormous.
Yeah.
That's just cool technology.
Yeah.
It'll shoot waves out, microwaves to
I do that when I eat
disperse the
Chipotle too.
crowd.
It was just funny
Sure.
to read this part of the article.
Missed it.
Missed it.
What?
Nothing.
Oh.
I said I do that too when I eat Chipotle.
Oh.
Blast out. big
Still
waves.
wasn't funny the second time around. Okay.
I mean, I thought it was fun.
End of the podcast.
But no, like in this article, it says there are many smart guns to choose from. Major U.S. gun manufacturers seem weary of developing or selling smart guns, and with reason. After Colt and Smith & Wesson, two major U.S. gun manufacturers, agreed in 2000 to create government-sponsored smart guns to prevent accidental shootings and gun deaths, a boycott from gun owners nearly drove them out of business. On March 6th, Smith & Wesson told shareholders it hasn't invested in smart gun technology and has no plans to.
Exactly.
That's why I carry Smith & Wesson.
Indeed.
Glock people, I swear.
I carry a CZ now, so it doesn't hurt me.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't remember when you switched.
I had to switch from Glock to my CZ.
Getting tired of that Glock bite?
Yeah.
Yep.
Was that the reason why you switched?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I was just making a joke, but
Nope.
I
Every
didn't
time I
know
leave the
why.
range, I had a drip of blood down my hand. I'm just like, I'm over it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I practice more with my gun than I use it on people, and I need to be able to.
Have a hand.
Exactly. and the issue was the dovetail adapters made it only fatter. It was very hard to get a grip on it at that
What
point.
causes Glock bite?
Why
Why is that a thing for only Glock? Is my question. Like,
It's just the way that their grip sits to slide. Like I have a fat, meaty
you think they
hand.
just fix that? Why can't they fix that?
Well, I can work out.
Well, I mean, why can't they just like a
It's just the way they handle the tang on the
big boy
gun. Like
handle.
they have to remanufacture.
Could
it.
it
make a big
could
boy
it,
handle.
Could it be that the size of the gun that you were using, like
No, if you put my CZ right next to the Glock 19,
Yeah.
it's modeled after the exact same thing. They're almost spec for
If you got
spec.
like a
But,
bigger Glock,
like,
that's what
did-
he's saying.
yeah,
If you used a
did-
bigger
no,
Glock.
no, they all have the same tang.
Interesting.
Yep. I went down the rap sheet of trying to find a Glock that didn't have that tang, even if it meant switching to 45.
That's another like Call of Duty. I can't keep track of Glock's naming on their guns. Yeah, because there are like what are they up to? Like that's the highest number they have right now.
But
There are the numbers in between. I think actually too when I looked, but they're not like they're not consumer guns. There is like Glock.
Yeah, there's
19,
there's
like-
LEO.
Yeah, but there's like
Oh, the 19X, the 19.
is there a Glock 21 that's available for
I
user
think so,
consume?
yeah.
Like, but there are like numbers that aren't available for user consumption
Yeah.
that are.
Yeah, there's a military Glock 18 that's full auto.
Yeah. That's when you get in the video games.
Yeah.
Right.
But instead of just saying it was like the Glock 17F
Yeah.
for full auto or something, it's or A for auto.
The thing is with Glocks,
Glock
too,
18.
it's nice. You can. It's one thing I've always found that is you can interchange the tops and bottoms usually.
Oh, and it's crazy, and the amount of like crap those things can take before they give up is nuts. Like I was super. That's what sold me on Glock in the beginning. I was bummed, but now I really do enjoy the CZ line actually a lot. But yeah, that was the main reason was the Glock bite.
Nice.
It sucked.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's, me and Kyle were talking about that and thought, hey, it would be really nice to share on the podcast since it involves.
It's an interesting topic.
There's a lot of things I wouldn't put in the barrel of technology and it's not simply because technology is not cool. If it worked every time and it would never have any problems,
Right.
that is super. That's the future of it.
Yeah.
Period. There's no way to argue that.
Yeah.
But with the current state of things, even the thought of going into something that would be like new territory to go into, I don't think anyone's going to buy into it right now.
And it's just another extra step that I have to worry about that you
Yeah,
don't
gun-
have when
guns
stuff hits the
themselves
fan.
were-
You don't want to have to worry about that. Is
Yeah,
my
guns
fingerprint reader
themselves
gonna work?
are meant
Yeah.
to be simple.
Yep.
Comes down to actual mindset and safety of gun.
Yeah.
Don't point it where you don't want to shoot it.
Right.
Keep your finger off the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Act like it's always loaded, no matter if it is loaded or not. Act like it is loaded. Never point an unloaded gun at somebody just because that's a bad practice.
Know your target. What's beyond it?
Yes, know your target and what's beyond it. Those are like the big four
Yeah.
rules that we talk
There's a
about.
fifth one. It's not talked about a lot though. I
Yeah,
remember what it is.
I don't remember.
Never look down the barrel.
Yeah.
That's called common sense. It apparently needs
Don't
to be a
stick
rule.
your finger in the ejector port. When you close, you'll get that
When
anthem.
bullets come out, they're hot.
Yeah. Don't. Oh. There was one day. It was the last time I was at the range. There was like 9 of us shooting. We were doing one at a time. We were doing a test. And the guy next to me was doing it, and one of his shells came out, and I hacky sack kicked it and hit the guy to the next to me. I saw it. I was like, oh, and I hit right off his arm.
So what's crazy is I had a similar experience, but not with the hacky sack thing. Did you ever go to the range? This has happened after probably 3 or 4 months of going regularly.
Mm-hmm.
I shot and I take a break between I don't know, every 100 rounds or whatever, just kind of stretch, kind of chill a minute, get it out of my brain that so I can get back on track again. And I looked up and I'm like, I know people miss. But every single
scary, right?
one of those holes was a person that fired their gun.
Scary,
Actually-
right? Or it's
actually-
like ceiling 5 feet up in front of you that it went off.
So there
Scary.
was
benches. That bench has even got shot up there before in lane 2 or 3.
they
unreal.
they actually have a new rule now that if you shoot rifles in there, you have to have the target all the way at the end of the.
Oh yeah.
Which is fine. I'm fine with the rules on that. I'm saying
because
that mark got there.
There was
by a
actually a one of the brackets that holds the rail.
Those get hit a lot.
Actually got hit at the
Snip,
very end,
took it off.
and a piece of 2x4 this big fell onto the floor.
That's great.
Yeah.
Not
all
great.
those,
It's
all the
great,
metal
though.
brackets that
great.
hold
Yeah.
the paper targets on. They've all have shots on them. They tried to do soundproofing on the far wall, and the last third of it is gone because it just got shot off and just destroyed and shredded.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah.
That is scary.
Yeah.
But those are your CCW holders.
Yep.
I'm all for it. It made me rethink, like...
If you're going to be a gun owner and you're going to carry daily, practice.
Yeah.
Practice. Practice your free stuff at home. Practice your trigger pull. Practice your draw stroke. You can do all that stuff at home.
I got a...
for free.
For free?
Free.
I got a little
all day,
IR
every day.
laser.
I know. My dad's got one. I keep needing to go upstairs and grab it and just sit down there and do
what's
it.
awesome...
For an hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
Use
So
my phones.
the phone app is
Yeah.
sweet because like mine actually it sits and locks in the barrel.
Yeah.
So when I rack
You
the
can
slide,
just
it
keep
stays in
going.
there, and I can just
Yeah.
keep going as I rack
Do you
it.
have to re-rack the slide every time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't blow back.
Yeah, that's the
Oh, yeah,
iTarget.
it has to blow back.
Yeah.
That's the only sucky thing.
But I
Can
mean-
you use that in coordination? They have those training mags that reset the trigger. It's just a mag.
I mean, if you had one,
mag,
if you had one of those, then yeah, it would just
in
reset
combination
itself.
with the
Yeah.
laser.
Because it's just
That'd be cool.
just the firing pin that
Yeah.
sets off the light. But then on the app, it just says like this
shows
is
you
your
where-
accuracy. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's just so cool because it's free.
Yeah.
I mean, it costs $15 for
I'm
the
about
LED.
ready to buy one of those mags that resets the trigger because that's the only thing with training at home is unless you have dummy bullets,
Yeah.
you can't. Or even
Right.
then, you still
He
have
doesn't
to
re-rack
eject
it,
one.
yeah.
So that's a hard thing to do is just to pull out and do one shot and then
Yeah.
I gotta re-rack it, one shot.
Reset it, draw again,
Yeah.
the whole nine. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a cool
Yeah.
device to have for sure.
Technology is good, but not always.
Oh,
Quote me on-
speaking of
quote me on that.
technology, I have an article for you.
Wait. Can anybody out there guess what it's going to be about? What company it's going to be about?
Drumroll.
It's not about Apple.
Oh,
Dang.
whatever.
Jerk.
Let me guess. Call of Duty.
No.
Well, then
I don't
we might as well
only
just
talk
shut the
about Call of
podcast
Duty
down.
and
All right,
Apple.
guys, we're done. See you guys later.
Bye.
Go ahead.
I used that joke too many times.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. One more and it would definitely be over the edge.
All right, cool, guys. Bye.
Bring
Anyway.
it back. Okay.
You were saying?
Did you guys see this article about the database breach that it was exposed with TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube?
No, I have not.
I knew that there was the one with Twitter a while back, and
No. So there was a
17-year-old hacker from Switzerland or something?
No, so there's certain level access to accounts that are just baked into how online works, and this particular process was called web scraping, and it just kind of grabs the information off the surface and then makes its data set that way. And there were over 235 million users from TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube that were exposed. That had to get patched.
Their like personal information or where they have it on their accounts, you mean?
Yeah, it included things like their username, photo, follower count on their channel, like YouTube had that, TikTok had that as well, and a whole database of other records, including privacy issues. Even though the data itself was public facing, it was put into a whole separate database and used for information. Let's see. Yeah, no, that was all it was. There's just tons of data.
Who did it? Do they know?
No. Here's the information. Profile name, real full name. I mean, this is just stuff that it's not even good to have anyways. Profile name, full name, profile photo, account description, whether the profile belonged to a business or an advertisement, which is huge. Statistics on follower engagements, number of followers, their engagement rate, their growth, their gender, their age, location. The post timestamps, which is huge too. Age and gender was a big one as well. So it's pretty massive and nasty.
Yeah.
It's the sucky thing about being on the internet. Once you're on the internet, you can't get off.
Well, and the other issue too
You
is
have
like
zero footprint.
of this data set, 20% of it included a phone number of some kind.
Yeah, because a lot of times you use a phone number to log in or
Yeah, and someone's just going to sell that off to some company, and we're going to
authority
have
or
more.
that's why you get all those spam calls. You wonder why you get all the spam calls. I have most of them blocked nowadays, but I think the next time that I get one and I get the chance to do it, I'm going to saw somebody take one and they took a metal cooking pot,
Yeah.
sat it on our top and just started smacking the thing. So one time, I had a foreign exchange student for a month, Toto, and he's
Came from Africa.
They bless the rains down there. So there's no
I need that.
vampires down there because they bless the rains down in Africa. Did me lose my track?
you're talking about Toto.
Yes. And so his native language is Spanish. And so he had a U.S. phone number for over here. He had a dual SIM card.
Right.
And he had just got it for when he came over here for the 2 months. And he was already getting spam phone calls. We were out shopping one time, and he got one, and I said, "Hey, let me see what it is." And I forget what it was. It was like something for like a house. I'm like, he doesn't even live here.
Wanted to talk to you about your extended car
warranty. And so we were at the
Such a
supper
good
table.
commercial.
We were at the supper table. I think you might have been there when we cooked Melanace's that night.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he got another phone call because he got to the point where he just handed me the phone whenever he knew it was a spam
It doesn't
call.
surprise
good
me
time.
though.
So I picked it up, and I forget what it was. A live person too.
Yeah.
And I said hello or whatever, and they started talking, and I handed it back to him, and he started talking in Spanish, and then they hung up.
It doesn't surprise me though, because a lot of those numbers get put back in a bucket,
Yeah.
especially if they're like burner numbers and things like that.
Well, I mean,
if they're already in a database, they're screwed.
I get spam phone calls from local numbers that are getting
Oh, yeah.
used. Like, I mean, any of our numbers probably have been used before for spam.
That
phone
is-
calls. And then because I've called that number back, I'm like, that's local.
Yeah.
And so I called it back, and it was like a lady, and I'm like, just to let you know, somebody was using your phone number, and I got a spam phone call from it.
No joke.
I said, you can let Verizon know.
That's
if you want."
30% of my work.
Yeah.
30%. Compromised accounts and/or security concerns.
Yeah, like what? On Thursday, I got a call from Nevada, Sacramento. There's a bunch here that I have. Like, these are all right in a row. Between
love when
the
they-
10th to the 14th, those are all spam phone calls.
I love when they call.
They're blocked, but I don't
Right.
know I get them until I look at my recent.
Right.
I love when they call and then they hang up and call right back with a different number, like they magically jump states. I'm like, come on now.
I would
Not that
love
dumb.
to get into the business of messing with spam phone callers, like
The-
Kit Boga.
Dude, I watched
Boga
like
is
3 or 4 of those
amazing.
videos
He uses
this week.
virtual machines. And that's
I,
why they don't,
uh,
you
Yeah,
don't have
that's
to
why it
worry
doesn't
about
matter.
That's why he lets them
I
log in.
watch
grandma voice, dude.
Scammers Revolt.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Yeah, he basically does the same
Yeah.
thing. They give him spam numbers.
I just saw a highlight from one of Kit's streams or whatever, and he actually let because a lot of times what scammers will do is they would then lock your computer out and go, oh, look, you got the virus, it needs locked out, you have to pay to unlock it.
Yeah.
He said, well, a lot of times the password's super easy. And he's like, well, I'm going to try it here. And he presses 1. Nope. No, he presses F. He's like, I'm just going to try F. Didn't work. Hit the number 1. Unlocked it. He was like, dude, they used 1 as the password. But there was one guy that I watched, and he spied on this call center, and he had somebody that lived over it. It was in India.
Yeah.
And he spied. He did a 4-part video, and he reverse hacked them and was able to see all of the webcams, all of the security cameras, get audio feed, and have access to every single computer in that
Sick.
office. And that office was there was a front. It was an actual computer technology front for that business,
Wow.
and in the back of it was these guys scamming people every day. And so he actually did enough homework and then talked to them all the time on the phone.
Can you imagine like
and
doing that as a job?
It was awesome.
Like feeling good about yourself and you go home and you're like, honey, guess what I did today?
Oh, they don't give a crap.
I ripped off $4 million worth of
They don't give a crap.
junk.
Yeah.
And he actually knew who ran the businesses and what other umbrella academies that they had with it. And he knew their business partners. He sat in on meetings because he listened to their audio and the camera from inside the offices. He knew who worked when and where, and what their schedules were. He did so much stuff. And then he would get back, and he was able to still log on the computers and see their Skype messages back and forth between the inside of them. And he could see as they were starting to figure out that this guy's hacked us. And he could see everybody's computer. He'd see all the angles. Wow. And he finally got that place shut down completely and the owners and everything arrested.
Dang.
It's cool. This guy does
Well
cool
done,
stuff
sir.
like that.
Send me that link after this. I'd like to watch it.
Yeah, but he ran a program, and I don't know if it's still up anymore, a website you could called Scam Blasters or something like that.
Huh.
And you could turn in the phone number of the scam. It doesn't work when you get a robotic one. It has to be a live person because it doesn't affect robots.
Right.
But what it does then is they would take that phone number and it automatically sends phone calls at a high rate, like hundreds of phone calls, which
Wow.
basically shuts down the scam
So
companies.
they DDoS the scam company.
Basically, they're DDoSing it. They shut down the phone lines, and they can't make a phone call out because they're getting all these calls in, hundreds of calls. As soon as
Takes
they
up their
stop
bite.
one, they pick it up, and they hang up. Boom, phone's ringing again. They send hundreds and hundreds of calls.
That's awesome.
And until they have to completely go with a whole new phone company, because that a lot of times then adds in money because
Genius.
they have to pay for phone calls sometimes over there, however they do it. So it costs these businesses I should say.
Yeah.
These scammers cost them a bunch of money, and they can't call out. Which then, since they can't call out, they can't scam people.
That's sick.
It's so cool watching all these people. But yeah, Kit Boga, he'll spend
He's
like $5,000.
fantastic.
I've seen him spend like $5,000.
I think it's a fake bank app that he has. It's not real money.
no, but of their money.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
He
yeah.
spent thousands of dollars of their money.
oh my gosh.
Yeah. Because they do this
And
thing.
oh my gosh, they freak.
The big money gets moved because they'll overpay you and they ask you to refund the money, or they pretend to overpay you.
And all of the computer, you see him do everything on is a virtual machine, so he doesn't give a crap about what they do. Because it's not even real.
He took the gift cards that one time and bought himself that granny cart.
Yes, that was one I was thinking of. It was like $5,000 wheelchair
Scooter,
and the guy just freaked. Because he plays it's easy when he plays as a grandma, because then he just starts rambling on, and he's like,
he has like a fake wig.
He's got like, he dresses up. He was at TwitchCon last year, and they had him on the opening stage, and he came out as grandma. She's got a name, and I can't remember what he called her. He does that. He does like an old farmer guy.
But he sounds so good.
Yeah.
It sounds surreal.
I love watching his stuff, but yeah. Kit Boga is a good.
Does he still make videos then, or
He streams. He live streams them doing it.
Yeah.
on Twitch? Or?
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Twitch, you can watch highlights and stuff on YouTube and stuff like that, and watch the stream.
He'll pause and talk to chat and like
while they're. He has things where like, because a lot of times the scammers want you to go to a gas station and buy Apple cards or whatever, or Amazon gift cards.
Yeah.
It's easier for them to get that money that way.
Right.
And so he's done times where he's made it sound like he's driving, and he's talking like an old guy, and he's just making conversations as he's driving. So he's got like audio background noise
to
sound like he's driving, and then it sounds like he's in the
that.
store. He does all of that stuff.
Yeah.
He's got some scenes set up where he's like in the middle of a courtroom.
Yeah, one that it looks like he's in the middle of a gas station.
Yeah.
When he's
Kind of
when
Dr.
he's gotta
Disrespect style.
Because I remember
stuff.
I remember the one stream you showed me. He was like talking like he was an old man.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so
because
funny.
he just makes him repeat everything all the
Right.
time, just because he can't hear or whatever, doesn't understand what they're doing.
Wasting their time.
As long as you can waste their time, it's like less people that they can scam.
Yeah.
But I would love to just do that, just waste their time.
Yep.
I get them. You ever get any of the ones where like somebody you know on Facebook, their account has been hacked, and then you'll get a message from them, you're like,
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
not-
but I
that's not
noticed
real.
it says not used only like without a Facebook profile.
yeah.
And I'm like,
And so I've done those. I love when I get those, because I'll waste that person's time for like 30 minutes. And the very end of it, I start acting like I know where they are and where they live, and then they stop talking to me every time.
Yep.
I've done that. I don't know how many times. And then I let that actual person know that, hey, you might want to change your password because your account got hacked.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it when they send me messages. I'm like, juicy time already. Here we go. I've spent like half an hour talking to them.
Yep.
Love it.
That's good.
So is it that time?
No, I'm gonna go do it.
No. Is that time we play our game?
Yeah.
Oh, is that hard?
That's what I was asking.
I don't know.
It's about that time.
Yeah.
I got 4 this time if we want to do 4.
Sick.
But we'll wait for, what are you doing? Gosh. All right, while we sit here and wait. Four.
4?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Gosh. Just wait music. It's our waiting music. It's our Jeopardy theme song. Now that's what we use that for.
This water's
We need
horrible.
a
Get it straight from the tap in Philly.
we need a drum roll, a cricket.
I'll work on adding
And,
those for bank too.
yeah.
Okay.
All
No
right.
loopholes. Only rule.
Here we go.
This one's a fun one.
Okay.
Only be able to lie.
Yeah.
Only to be able to tell the truth. Only lie or only tell the truth.
My moral compass would die. I'd just choose truth.
Yeah, I would
Whether it
choose
be super
truth.
mega
but-
harsh, because truth can be really sucky sometimes. Truth
Right.
can be almost worse than a lie.
Yeah.
You got to tell your kid that Santa's not real, and you got to tell him what Santa is.
Done that already.
I know, but there's a moment in which that would suck to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one because I morally, like you're saying, I would definitely. Be
I
able
would
to
struggle
tell the
sleeping
truth.
at night.
Yeah.
That's just my brain. I'd struggle with it.
Yeah, I mean, but truth isn't sometimes as easy as I always think. So that's why I think it's a little harder.
But you're saying everything I say is truth. I don't have to say it though, and I can avoid it.
Yeah.
So it's still like
Only tell the truth or only tell the lie? Tell a lie. Truth?
Truth.
Truth.
I'd probably go with truth. That was a quick and easy one. But I thought those matched really well.
It was challenging.
makes you think though. Like
Yeah.
Because there's sometimes where I want to tell somebody the truth, but I
Yeah.
shouldn't.
Yeah.
That's why I just don't talk that sometimes. All right. Demolish an entire house with a tiny 3-inch hammer. So you got to demolish the whole house with a 3-inch hammer. Yep.
Oh, boy.
Little kid.
your inches went from like this to
You're
this
like,
to this to
This
this.
is
like-
like telling a fish story. I caught a bass this big.
Yeah.
Or and assemble an entire warehouse of IKEA furniture.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
So you're demolishing a house
Yeah.
via only 3-inch hammer, or assembling a whole warehouse.
Oh,
and
man.
I'm saying warehouse. I don't know because IKEA has one of those massive warehouses over
Right.
in Switzerland. But I
so
don't-
is that what the warehouse we're referencing, or just a regular
just
warehouse?
a warehouse, I guess, or assemble an entire warehouse of IKEA furniture?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Both are equally frustrating.
I feel I would go with the IKEA
Okay.
because I don't completely hate trying to set up IKEA stuff.
Yeah.
Usually,
But
if
will
it
you hate it
actually
after
goes
a
together.
warehouse worth?
Oh,
Just
sure.
seeing the amount of stuff they have in the regular
But, like,
stores. Because okay,
how-
think about this though. A warehouse is like the one that you got to go to across the street at Pittsburgh,
Yeah,
compared to the store that only has a certain amount. And the
Right.
store has a lot.
right.
And they have
And
this,
then the
they have the
warehouse.
IKEA warehouse plus what's in the back.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd have
No,
to
I know
do-
what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, think about.
I'm doing
that.
tiny
Yeah.
hammer
Tiny hammer, demolish a whole house with tiny hammer.
because here's the issue: the small hammer does not have enough mass to do any kind of damage to the house. So the amount of effort required to do it is not going to be very much. Because you won't be able to do much with that small little hammer. So you might as well just take your time. I wouldn't sweat as much. I wouldn't do as much.
It's gonna
hard
take. You know how
labor.
long it's gonna take though?
It doesn't matter at that point.
I think I don't know which
I
would take
feel
longer.
I feel like I would get exhausted from doing the house way quicker than I would the IKEA furniture.
But you're not able to do anything that creates work. Like this would be the
Yeah, but how long is it going to take you to go through a brick wall with a hammer only just tinking at it? That's like you're talking erosion level length of stuff.
it's either that or kill yourself doing an entire IKEA furniture setup. And
I'm going IKEA.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd do it.
Heck, what if you get to keep the IKEA furniture?
Hey, if I get to keep it, that's one thing.
I don't know where I'm going to put a warehouse.
I thought this was like empty labor.
No, we're not going. We're not keeping. That's a loophole. But you just have to put together the entire warehouse.
Kevin.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
going
know.
IKEA.
If I could,
I
if I could do it over,
know I am not breaking one brick. when it
I
comes to
know.
a 3-inch
I
hammer.
guess I would say if we can do like break it up over a normal period of time, like doing regular manual labor,
Are we allowed to yeet the hammer?
I guess it doesn't say. It just says
but then you have to use your own
body.
body to knock down a house at
throw
that
it.
point.
Yeah,
No, you just
chuck it.
throw it. Throw the hammer. Is nothing but throwing. the
Oh,
hammer.
Yeah.
okay.
That'd be better than planking it.
Yeet.
It's still 3 inches though. It's still talking about mass.
Yeah.
It's not going to do much.
I mean, that would be better than just.
Yeah.
So which one are you going with, Brandon?
If it wasn't like labor to the point where it's going to kill you, like doing it in night and day, then I'd probably choose IKEA.
Okay.
Yep.
IKEA.
Mhm.
We're all going IKEA.
Yep.
All right.
To IKEA.
What is this one? This one I don't. We'll see how well these work together.
Okay.
You're deeply in debt to mobsters who use lightsabers,
Oh,
or
sounds pretty cool, actually.
things randomly explode when you touch them.
Ooh.
Things randomly explode when you touch them, or you're deeply in debt to
When
mobsters who use lightsabers.
when you say randomly explode, there's no idea to know when what
When.
you touch is going to blow up. And is it
You can
enough
touch
to hurt
this
you?
if it's okay, and then I touch my laptop and it explode.
Now, is it going to bring damage?
I would assume so. It explodes.
Yeah.
But so is a lightsaber run by a mobster. At least the lightsaber, I guess, cauterizes the wound.
I would probably choose the explosion
Yeah.
Yeah.
because at that point, at least I could protect
I
myself.
think everything I would
Right.
touch, I would hurry up and like touch and run away really quick. Like like at least duck.
Or just chuck it.
Now, if you wear a glove, you're technically not touching it.
Yes, you're touching it.
No, you're not.
You're technically not touching it because I'm not touching these cards because there's actually thin layers.
whatever.
There's thin layers of molecules that are in between each, and there's
I
actually
get
air space that you can't see
I get
under
it.
a microscope. So no, gloves don't work.
Understood.
Point taken.
Well, no, wait.
What?
The gloves would blow up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ugh. You got to touch them. They may or may not make it on, but and then boom, left hand goes. There goes
You lose your hand.
Just it make the sound effect from the one Rocket League explosion. The
Oh, there. Okay, so I found out weirdly at work. The side thought. So I can do this. Everybody who's listening, I think you can do it too, right?
What?
Water droplet sound.
Yeah.
I just tapped my cheek. What was showing?
Yours is better than mine, though.
Yeah, I've been doing it for years.
I can do it.
What I found out because I found out one time I can do it by hitting the top of my head.
What?
Okay, so that blows your mind. I know that blows your mind. And I thought,
What?
I know that blows your mind, but I was like, okay, that's still like head. That's still reverberation. So I was messing around and I did it to a buddy at work, and he's like, "Can you do it when you like hit your arm?"
What?
And I'm like, "Oh, can I do it when I hit my chest?" I can do it anywhere. I do my leg. Ready? I don't know. I'm a wizard, Harry.
What did we just witness?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
You need to be like the Three Stooges when they do that hand thing.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, he's like, "Can you do it by hitting your arm?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Okie dokie.
I don't know if it just has to have, like, it's hard to do. I can do it, but it's very quiet. If I can do it without even hitting anything.
Put it on the job apps.
Ready? Listen. So
a little
it's
bit.
hard. That was loud because it's on a microphone, but it's hard. It's not as loud, but I can do it without doing anything.
Right.
I see. It's
Yeah.
not always, but. I worked at a school for 6 years, and I watched kids slap themselves in the face because they tried getting it. They're like, because they'd be like, "How are you doing that?" I'm like, "I don't know."
There it is.
So that's my hidden talent.
That's a talent, though.
I don't know why. I mean, can
It's-
I do it with my hit my foot? Ah! I can do it. I don't know.
I thought you were gonna hit something else.
Nope, not hitting there. That might be a. I was thinking front.
Oh no! That's not where I was going.
Okay, so what was that one?
But can you?
Not gonna
kidding.
find out. We'll find that off there. That's on the after show.
After show, the late night show.
Yeah. So, randomly explode or mobsters with lightsabers?
Explode.
Explode. Okay.
Got another.
So you can work around. Yep.
Good.
The last one.
I like these.
Siri is your only friend,
It's a sad friendship.
right? She knows everything now.
Sometimes.
Most of the time. Or be widely regarded as the stupidest person in the world. You might be regarded as the stupidest person in the world if you have Siri as your only friend, but
Socially.
yeah.
Wow.
What was that? Oh.
You need to go over, slap your card.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Can hit anything.
You got me when you did it in your head.
I know, that's right.
Somewhat.
It's not how hard I hit it, as long as
It's
I
so
hit it.
subtle.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm not sure.
Siri's your only friend or regarded as the stupidest person in the world? Most people I would label as the stupidest person in the world.
I mean,
Here's the issue. The issue I have is that I would be known
as the
as
stupidest
being
person
the
in
stupidest
world.
person in the world.
right.
At that point, you would have to find people that understand that and just become your friend
A lot of
based
people
on
just
that.
don't care, yeah.
So that might be doable as far as like a life of happiness.
You might at least have friends, but you make sure those friends aren't just there to make fun of you.
Yes, it would be difficult for sure. If you can deal with it, like with Siri and here it is, and not have any friends, like
They kind of touched on that in the movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix. Like he was in love with the artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch it, but I never did.
Yeah, I never saw it either.
Interesting.
I mean, there are people that could do the Siri thing.
Yeah. People who would rather do the Siri thing.
Yeah, although I don't know that I would want to like. I don't think I'd cut off like people. Like I don't know if I'd cut you guys off and not talk to you ever again, but and only talk to an AI, or my wife. She comes first in that list. I'm just saying.
Let's hope. We'll see if he's on for
people in-
episode 6 or not.
Yeah. The news came across my table today that Brandon has left the podcast because his wife is mad at him.
A sudden disappearance of...
Brandon's sick today. 3 episodes deep.
Will be deeply missed.
He's still sick.
No.
So what are you going with?
I think I would go with Siri.
You want a Siri?
Yeah.
You don't want to be known as the stupidest person in the world?
Not really, no.
Okay. Like I know which one you're going for, the stupidest person in the world.
Yeah. I think I would take that because I could at least find some people that don't look at that as a
That's valid.
prerequisite
Yeah.
for friendship.
That's
Yeah.
valid.
That's why I'm friends with you guys.
And that's what other
I was trying to find the moment I could.
I
throw
was
something
going to
like
go
that in,
there,
but
and then I'm like, I'm not going to be that
I
guy.
was gonna be like,
And
that's
then
why
you
I'm
did
friends
it.
with you, Kevin, or something like. I was just gonna find something, but of course I'm gonna go there.
Actually, now that you mention it,
Probably be the
you kind of
stupidest
like swayed me a little bit.
Changed my mind.
Yeah.
Fence
Yeah.
jumper.
And honestly, at that point, everyone plays that game of like, why do you care so much what people think? Like,
Yeah.
At that point, it's kind of like, well, I know I'm not dumb, so I'll let my work speak for itself. Unless I can't do anything that's...
I mean, you're the stupidest person in the world.
But that's how I'm known. Doesn't mean that it's what I do.
Yeah, you're widely regarded as the stupidest person. I guess maybe you might not
My
be
reputation.
It does
is
say you might
stupidest.
not be the stupidest, but you're widely regarded. You're known as the
See, I
stupidest
think I could suffer through that.
Could you
Being alone forever,
Could you embrace it?
No, I never
He
embraced
already
it.
does.
I don't.
Already does. Sorry. Just threw another one in there.
But
But yeah, could you embrace it?
that's another sound effect we need.
I don't know if I can use the sound for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It's like,
Yeah.
use that when I ask the questions. Like,
Just record that. Make that a button.
and for our next segment here, would you rather?
I think that's the signal that needs to end the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a good podcast.
was
We're
good.
kind of like all tired this week, so you can probably tell in the energy and vibe in this place. We're all just like,
And it's extremely hot. Like
It's
hot.
I wouldn't say it's been the hottest, but it's hot.
It's hot.
It's
So hot.
84 out right now still.
Yeah.
Supposed to
But
rain
it's,
tonight.
it feels hotter than that in here.
Yeah. The bathroom. Good Lord.
Yeah, it's a hot box. In
There's nothing in that. There's no moving air. It's stagnant air in there.
That's the worst place you want to have stagnant air is the bathroom.
Your sweat starts sweating.
I walked out in the garage last night to go do something, and it was like, I was in there 5 minutes, and I came back in, and I said, look, this is why I don't do the heat. I had sweat rolling down, like in beads rolling down my face,
Ugh.
and I was out there for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's, no.
Yep.
I'm a 3-season, like I said on Facebook, I'm a 3-season guy when it comes to weather.
Yep. I'm down with you.
Spring, fall, winter.
Yep.
Everybody says they're
like summer.
like anytime anybody says 3 seasons, they mean spring, summer, and fall.
Yeah.
Not the opposite.
Yep.
Yeah.
Screw summer. Anything over 70 sucks.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Quote me on it. Sue me. Take me to the bank. Anything over 70 sucks.
Anyways, we appreciate you listening to the podcast this week.
Final thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't ask you that because you have the same reaction every week.
I was going to say,
What? Go ahead.
follow us on socials.
Fill in the socials.
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook,
YouTube.
YouTube, and TikTok.
Doing the
Shoot
TikToks.
us- shoot
TikTok's
us-
been going pretty good.
Yeah, TikTok's been well.
I'm having fun making them.
Yeah.
I mean, I try not to put Kevin in them
It's usually our lowest viewed videos, but it is what it
significantly.
is.
Lower.
I mean, I don't have a TikTok, so I wouldn't know.
Okay.
Okay. No, make
yeah.
sure to message us any questions.
Send us an
you guys-
email at info@midnight.
Here's a new one. Here's a new one.
What?
You have any suggestions for Would You Rather?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Send us some would you rathers
Yep.
on
Yeah.
our socials. Don't email us because I don't check it.
and make sure
I
they're
do.
like not like
You can email us.
raunchy or anything. Like we'll probably
no.
go through 'em.
And there's some in here that I could use that are
Yeah.
have to be TV worthy.
TV
It's not
friendly.
only- 'cause
Yeah.
that's the only thing stopping me is dang old TV. Because
Yep.
otherwise I'd ask some of these questions in here, but I can't.
Yeah.
But for YouTube and the podcast, all holds. All,
Yep.
all
But yeah, if you have any ideas for something that we should talk about or do for the Would You Rather, add us on Twitter.
Send us your best dad jokes.
Oh, there you
Hey, we have a plan for that.
We have a plan for that.
And we'll taste for the viewers maybe, or listeners.
Yeah.
Viewers and listeners. Harmonica.
Yeah. So we're gonna go around telling dad jokes while the other people have harmonicas in their mouth.
And the first one to laugh loses.
Yeah. I was gonna come up with a good dad joke here, but I
There has to be a
can't find
consequence.
one. I don't know. You think of that?
We'll come back on that.
The consequence has to be done on camera.
Why do scuba divers fall backwards out of the boat?
Because if they fell forward, they would hit the
They
boat.
would still be in the boat. Did you hear the rumor about going around about butter? I better not spread it.
You are. That would have been on the harmonica right there.
I can't spoil too many of these because I'm going to have to use them for later. But
Yeah.
what's the difference between a hippo and a zippo?
The letter.
No. One is very heavy and the other one's a little lighter.
I've heard of that one.
I'd go for days. Dad jokes are my favorite. Dad jokes and puns are my favorite, which is pretty much one and the same. I have a rule list that I found that of like how to be a pun master. It's hysterical because it's like take every
We
pun, like, say every
definitely,
pun as
we definitely
as it's
need
the
to do
best.
it with like Blizz or Chris or Apop or
Yeah, Chris couldn't
those
join us
guys.
again this week. He had some family issues come up, so
Yep. We'll do it.
or
We'll do it the next couple of weeks.
or
We'll do it for sure.
we just need to find harmonicas. So if anybody has a link for really cheap harmonicas,
Every harmonica I'm finding is like $15 or higher.
that's what I would consider cheap, I guess.
Well, I was thinking
'Cause
like
I actually do want to learn how to play the harmonica.
I said that's what I was
I would love
messaging in the
to.
chat. I'm like, should we just like sport another couple bucks and get some nicer ones? And
I buy my own harmonica. I'm gonna have it like engraved and ivory inlay and stuff like that. Because I want to. Actually, I've always thought for years. I was like, harmonica would be really fun to learn.
yeah,
I've
it'd be
done
kinda
my
fun.
series of instruments to learn, but harmonica would be fun.
We'll definitely do that.
We
Maybe
spice things up.
we might do it next week. Maybe.
Figure out and buy them.
Yeah, we've been putting it off for a couple weeks now. The
I think
idea's
it'd be
been
a fun
floating around.
segment. I'd like it better than I would because I'm all about the
Oh.
friends and dad jokes.
It would be hilarious. I think it would be great. I mean, we're definitely going to do it for sure.
We do a point value. We do it as a game.
But
And
by the laugh,
If you laugh, you get a point. The one with the most points at the end loses. Yeah.
what's the consequence?
I don't know. Do we have to have a consequence?
I think it
Let's
would be funny.
think about it.
I don't know.
If you got an idea for a
We have a
consequence,
consequence idea.
tweet at
Could be.
us.
It could be like a reigning thing, like week to week. We see who can last. Like who has the longest or something. Like each week's champion or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. Eat something weird.
No, I was thinking.
we eat something weird?
No. It's hot in here. It's gonna be
Mountain
weird.
oysters. You want to eat some mountain oysters?
No.
Do you guys know what those are?
The oysters?
No. When I say mountain oyster,
No.
it's a completely different thing.
No.
All right, we're gonna keep that secret.
Okay.
You do not want to eat
All
mountain
right.
oysters.
Hold on to your secrets.
Is it TV friendly?
Yeah, they're bull testicles.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Gotcha.
They're just called mountain oysters.
Okay.
Thanks for listening to the
Alrighty.
podcast.
See you next time.
We'll be back.
Bye.